to the Romper Room program from the ASPCA. They're both up for adoption. And would you like to meet them?
This is a little girl. They're both about 8 weeks old. And you have a little boy. And they both had homes, but their cats had kittens, and they couldn't keep the kittens, so they gave them up to the ASPCA to try to find homes for them. This time of year, when the weather's warm, the ASPCA has lots of kittens and puppies too. So if you're looking for a kitten or a puppy, you might think about these or just going to one of the shelters. These are at the Manhattan shelter of the ASPCA, and if anybody'd like to call, the phone number is 212-876-7700. 876-7700. And that will connect you with any of the shelters. If you live in Staten Island or in Queens, then just tell the operator that answers the phone that you want to speak to the shelter in your particular borough.
All right, and all of the shelters have many kittens right now that are up for adoption. But in particular, these 2 kittens are up for adoption as the Romper Room pets. And we hope that by the end of today, they both have homes. Would you like to make a home for this kitten? Or perhaps 2 of them together?
Sure.
Are these 2 from the same litter?
These, I'm not really sure, to be honest. I don't think that they are from the same litter. No.
Right, but sometimes you do have kittens that come from the same litter.
Sure, sure.
Well, if you've been thinking about having a kitten, remember it's a family decision first. Talk it over with all the members of your family. It's a responsibility. And then, if you decide you would like to adopt a kitten, we urge you to go to the ASPCA.
And have your mom and dad call.
Call first.
That's important to call first.
And you're open, your adoption hours are 7 days a week?
10 in the morning until 8 o'clock at night, Monday through Friday. And from 1 until 6 on Sunday. Saturdays from 10 until 6.
Well, thank you again for visiting us.
You're welcome.
And we hope that you remember Dr. Kritzik's important tips for us. And they'll go back into the carrier and take them back carefully and safely. And we hope that they are in the home by the end of today. Thanks very much. We'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Do you have a balloon at your house? Well, from time to time, we use our balloons here. And we just hit them up in the air. And what we try to do is keep them off the floor. All right, can you keep these balloons up? Keep hitting them up in the air. Here's another one. Keep that one up. Who's going to keep this one up? Oh, Christian, here's a green one. Keep that up in the air. Find a balloon at your house. And then keep hitting it. Don't let it fall and hit the ground, Michael. Go on, keep it up there. Go on, Christina. Don't let it hit the floor. Oh, where'd it go? Come on, get it before it hits the floor. I'll get it up in the air, Michael, before it hits the floor. This does get a little tricky because you also have to watch where you're going and where you're hitting that balloon. You don't want to trip over a chair or a table at your house, so keep an eye out in front. Oh, Kristen, keep it up there. Can you try hitting the ball with your elbow? Try not your hands, just your elbows now. Or maybe you'd like to try to hit it with your head. Can you do that? All right, try it with your head. to try your knee? Up, right back over there. Too hard with your head? Or with your knee? Or maybe you can think of something else. Maybe. All right, the top of your arm. Whoop. Oh, I think Michael's got a little too close. Well, here, we've got another one for you, Michael. You didn't hurt yourself, but I think you might have scared yourself a little bit. Did that pop? Did it scare you? Oh, did it surprise you too? Jason, that was a good catch. Come on, take a couple more turns and then carefully catch your balloon. Right, we don't want them to pop. We want to keep them just as they are for the next time we play this game. Do you know what? We've got another special visitor coming to Romper Room, and he'll be here right after this.
Oh, I know who it is, Doc. Romper Room will be back after these messages. This is a public service message about vision.
In school, before I got my glasses, the boards were all blurry and everything, and I have to get my eyes right into the board to see them. So we went into the optometrist, and I got my eyes checked up.
I was seeing little E's and big E's. Letter E was this way and this way. On a screen near the wall, there were dots, and you had to tell him how many dots were on the screen.
He had another chart where he had colors. And if you couldn't see the objects, then you were colorblind. My grades were a lot better after I got my glasses. And I could pay attention more in class and learn more things.
A vision examination is fun. Yeah.
There's more to a vision examination than meets the eye. Ask a vision specialist. You'll see.
Well, hello, everybody.
Hi, Doc. It's good to see you today. Oh, and what a nice day. We've had so many visitors, and now you're here, too.
Well, it's very good to see you. I know you had to. You had to be. And you had another doctor, right?
Right. Well, we didn't have a people doctor. We had an animal doctor. Do you remember the name for an animal doctor?
Veterinarian.
Very good. It's a veterinarian. Well, the reason I'm here today is to help you stay healthy. Now, the first thing I'd like you to do is take a big, deep breath.
Did you take a deep breath at your house?
Yeah.
Now, how was that? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
Well, this time I'd like you to take another big, deep breath. Wait, though, don't take it yet. I want you to really concentrate on the air. All right?
Okay.
Go. Do you enjoy breathing good, clean air?
Yeah.
Well, do you know that sometimes we don't have clean air to breathe?
No.
Well, oh, Doc, in fact, remember what we talked about yesterday? Remember that game we played about clean air? Can you tell Doc what we said we'd do?
We fight pollution.
Oh, very good word, pollution. That's what makes air dirty. And do you know where pollution comes from that makes air dirty? Well, somebody said smoke, that's right. Smoke from buildings.
Well, and also, Doc...
Cigarettes?
Oh, exactly. Smoke from cigarettes and pipes and cigars
Candles.
and from fires.
Candles.
And what else, Michael?
Candles.
What did you say, Michael? That's right, cars make pollution, and trucks, and buses.
Trains.
There's so many things
And
that
candles
make
after you blow
the
them
air
out.
dirty. And we don't want that dirty air, do we?
No.
Well, no, Doc. We know that dirty air isn't good for us to breathe. It's also not good for plants. So many things need clean air.
Well, would you please help us fight pollution?
Yeah.
Fight everybody, because remember, it's very good to have clean air. And let's take one more big deep breath.
Oh. And every single time, Doc, I think that we take a deep breath, we'll remember about fighting pollution. And that we can. We can help by reminding other people. And also by walking instead of riding.
Oh, that's right. If you're going a short distance, walk with your moms and dads. Don't drive in the car.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll help you and we'll help fight pollution because we like to breathe clean air, don't we?
Yeah.
Well, Doc, thank you so much for visiting Romper Room.
Oh, before I leave, I'd like all of you to do me a big favor. Do you know how much I enjoy seeing your pictures? Would you please send me a picture? Something about pollution.
Oh, sure. You've given lots of good ideas this morning. All right, well, think of something at your house.
That's right, think of something and then send me the picture at my address, and here it is. It's Romper Room, WWOR-tv, New York, New York, 10023. Oh, and don't forget to put your name on your picture so I know who drove.
But Renee.
Oh, that's right, I'm sorry. Michael corrected me. The zip code is 10018. Let's say that again. 10018. Thank you, Michael, for correcting me. Sometimes I forget because, you know, the hospital zip code is different than the one here. But I want you to send me the pictures here. Well, listen, it was really good to see you. Have a good weekend and enjoy all the clean air, all right? Bye.
Bye, Doc. Oh, it sure was good to see Doc this morning, and we hope that you remember his message and send him a pollution picture. A good clean air picture. He'll enjoy seeing it. Say, speaking of clean air, there's one place that we probably can enjoy it more than any other, and that would be right out in the middle of a park. All right, close your eyes. When you open your eyes, you're going to be in the middle of a beautiful park. All right, open your eyes. Now, I'd like you to turn into statues in the middle of that beautiful park. Come on, freeze like a statue. Are you a statue reading a book? Or are you a statue holding something up? Or just a statue with your arms at your side, but freeze like a statue. Like the Statue of Liberty? Well, now stay frozen. Don't move, statues. Don't move until I say go. But right now I'm going to ask you to do 3 things. And I'd like to see if you can listen to those 3 things and then do them when you turn from statues back into people. All right? First thing I'd like you to do is to hop on one foot. Like, oh, not yet. You're still statues. All right, on one foot. Then I would like you to take a jump forward on 2 feet like this. All right, then I'd like you to take a big giant step sideways. All right, oh, you should still be frozen like statues. All right, right now is the time for you to listen. All right, first it's a hop, then it's a jump forward, and then it's a big step sideways. Are you ready, statues? Go. What was first? Good. What was second? Very good. What was third?
I did my third.
Oh, what was third? I didn't see it. Can I see? Hop, jump, and a big step sideways. Smart statues there, listening carefully. Very good. All right, now turn it. Get ready to turn into another statue right now. Which statue are you this time? Or maybe you're the lion statue outside of the library. Well, stay frozen, statues. All right, stay frozen right now. I'm going to ask you to do 3 things again, but right now, just listen to them, statues. All right, first thing I'd like you to do this time is to spin around. Then I would like you, stay frozen. Spin around. Then I'd like you to clap your hands. And then I'd like you to stamp your foot 3 times. All right, first spin around, then clap your hands, then stamp your foot 3 times. Are you ready, statues? Are you ready at your house? Go. What was second? Good. And what was third? 1, 2, 3. Excellent. Excellent. Let's try this just one more time. Are you ready to turn into... This time you're going to be another statue. Go. What kind of statue are you this time? Maybe a bird statue ready to fly? All right, now listen carefully, statues. The first thing I'd like you to do... All right, the first thing I'd like you to do is to run in a little circle. All right, run in a little circle. And then I'd like you to bend over to touch your toes. And then I'd like you to sit down on the floor. Right, remember, run in a little circle, bend over, touch your toes, and then sit on the floor. Are you ready, statues? Go! What was second? Oh, very good. And what was third? If you were sitting down at your house and you did the third thing, very good indeed. Well, in just a minute, we're going to get ready to count from 1 to 10. Can you do that? Well, do it with us right after this.
Romper Room will be back after these messages.
Hocus Pocus, the amazing shrinking rabbit trick.
How'd you do that?
It's in my Cookie Crisp magic kit.
Kit includes Magic Tricks Cookie Jarvis record and autographed picture. Free when you send in 2 proof of purchase seals from specially marked packages.
It's Cookie Jarvis.
Cookies for breakfast is wrong. I'm sorry. But Cookie Crisp cereal is another story.
They look like little chocolate chip cookies.
They taste like them, too. But Cookie Crisp is a cereal, a part of this nutritious breakfast.
You can make lots and lots of bubbles with the amazing Spider-Man bubble machine. Or the incredible Hulk bubble machine, each sold separately. Fill the bubble machine with included bubble liquid. Dip the bubble ring into the liquid and blow on the tube.
Red bubbles, green bubbles, Hulk bubbles, Spider-Man bubbles.
The amazing Spider-Man and incredible Hulk bubble machines are each sold separately. New from Laramie.
Can you count from 1 to 10 with us? All right, let's do it together. 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Very good. Now let's see if you can do it by yourself. Do you have some number squares like this? Well, what I'm going to ask you to do is not just count to 10, but I'm going to ask you to jump and count at the same time. I'm going to make a big circle with the numbers, and I'll put 1 there, and then, let's put 2 over here. All right, could you make a circle at your house with your number squares? All right, you can just take squares of cardboard and print the numbers on those squares. Big circle, and then let's line up here at 1. All right, get ready to start at 1 at your house, and jump on each number. As you jump on the number, say the name of that number. All right, and by the end, you will have counted to 10. All right, Christian, can you get in line, and Jason over here? Get in line right here behind Geraldine. All right, Geraldine, start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, a big jump. 8, 9, 10. All right, I think I need to move some of these a little bit closer together, and we can spread these out over here. All right, are you ready to count to 10 again? Let's do it with Tina.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Very good. And let's do it now with Michael.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Good. And now it's Christina's turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come on, Christina, louder. Oh, what number is that? 7, 8, 9, 10. And now it's Christian's turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. And finally, one more turn for Jason and one more turn for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. And now could you please help me pick up the numbers? Would you please pick up your numbers at your house? We're going to put them away. And then we're going to say some words and listen to the sounds we make as we say those words. Okay, let's get all of our numbers in here. Thank you. And then let's come over and have a seat. And I would like you to listen as I say some words. In fact, you might want to say the words right after I say them. All right, repeat after me. Reach.
Reach.
Beach.
Beach.
Peach.
Peach.
Bear.
Bear.
Do you recognize something about one of those words?
Bear.
What about bear?
Air. It doesn't rhyme.
Exactly, it doesn't rhyme. All right, let's try these words. Cake.
Cake.
Make.
Make.
Song.
Song.
Rake.
No, that doesn't rhyme. Song.
Song doesn't rhyme. Let's try these words. Toe.
Toe.
Mow.
Mow.
Can.
That doesn't
Bow.
rhyme.
All right, excuse me, Geraldine, would you please listen to all the words and say all of them? All right, so that we can listen to each one. And then after we finish the 4 words, then please offer your answer. All right, let's go over the words again. Toe.
Toe.
Mow. Can. Bow.
Can doesn't rhyme.
Can is the word. Let's say ball.
Ball.
Arm.
Arm.
Tall. Call.
Ball doesn't. Arm doesn't rhyme.
Which one, Michael?
Arm.
Oh, let's say them again. Ball, arm, tall, call.
Arm doesn't
Arm
rhyme.
is the word, exactly. Well, let's try these words. Pen,
Pen.
when,
When.
chair,
Chair.
rug.
Chair doesn't rhyme.
All right, let's say the words again. Pen, when, chair, rug.
Rug and chair doesn't
That
rhyme.
time there were 2 words that didn't rhyme with the other 2. Pen and when do rhyme. Chair and rug do not rhyme with pen and when or with each other. Very good indeed. Well, this week in Romper Room has been Science Week. And if you've been with us all week, you've performed experiments with us. And we've also met some scientists, haven't we? Well, in just a minute, we're going to be back with a game about the experiments and about our scientists, and we want you to play it with us.
Romper Room will be back after these messages.
This is the land where we want to be. Our world is clean and free. The whole thing's up to you and me.
None of us will ever smoke. No more hack and no more choke. The whole thing's up to you and me. It's a matter of life and breath.
Eureka!
Eureka what, Dr. Brainstein?
The elixir of life. Eat these every day, and you get all the nutrients you need.
But Dr. Brainstein, we get all we need from the 4 food groups. See? Milk and cheese, meat, fish, and eggs, fruits and vegetables, and breads and cereals.
I forgot.
Don't you forget.
Nevermore. This message presented by your local Dairy Council, you know.
Do you know how to close a zipper? Do you? I hope you do, because I'd like you to reach up in the air, pull a zipper down, put it across your mouth, and then close it. Zip that mouth closed. Now, can you talk? Can you say anything? Can you even open your mouth? No. But for this next game, you need to say something. So we'll give you some sign language. When you want to say, yes, Marianne, that's right, you clap your hands. All right. But if you want to say, no, Marianne, that's wrong, you stamp your foot. All right. What's for yes? All right. What's for no? Good. All right. Listen carefully. And if you've been with us all week, I think you should be able to answer these questions. Meteorologist is someone who studies the soil. Very good. You should be stamping your foot. A meteorologist is someone who studies the weather. A meteorologist gets information from a balloon. Do you remember? Remember we saw that little box that came from the bottom of a weather balloon. And every day, all over the world, 2 weather balloons, all right, in each location are sent up. And we get information from them. A meteorologist uses many charts and maps in his job. Does a meteorologist use maps and charts? Yes, you should be clapping. A soil scientist can help us find out where to build a house. A soil scientist can help us decide what to plant in our garden. Yes or no? No. Yes. Because remember that soil scientist can tell us all about the soil. A soil scientist also uses maps and charts in his job. Yes or no? Yes. Remember we looked at those charts and the maps that were taken from the pictures from an airplane? All right, warm air. All right, I want you to think about the experiment that we did with the bottle and that penny on the top. Warm air expands and rises. Yes or no? Yes. And what did it make the penny do?
Make it bigger.
It made it tap, didn't it? Okay. Water in a glass has surface tension that keeps it in the glass. Yes. Remember? We put over 30 pennies in a full glass of water, and did the water spill over? No, because of that surface tension.
A little bit.
Oh, just one tiny drop, finally. Well, one more question. A magnifying glass makes things look smaller. A magnifying glass makes things look bigger. Yes. And, oh, they are so very important. And they're fun to use. In fact, we have a special story about a magnifying glass. Would you like to read it with us?
Yes.
All right, let's invite all of our visitors in to join us for this story. It's entitled Grandpa's Wonderful Glass. If you've ever used a magnifying glass or ever wanted to, then I think you'll enjoy it. Now, may I ask our bigger friends to please move toward the back of the carpet so that our smaller friends can get up here. All right, and then may I ask you all to sit cross-legged rather than up on your knees. Kathy, could you please cross your legs? All right, so the people behind you can see the story. I think this is a story that I think you'll all enjoy. Grandpa sat down to read his newspaper. Then he took something out of his pocket. "What's that, Grandpa?" asked Johnny. "Well, this is my new reading glass," said Grandpa. "It helps my old eyes to see better." "How can it do that?" Jessie wanted to know. "Well, this glass makes the words look bigger," Grandpa told her. Well, Grandpa held his reading glass over a word. The glass made the word look like this. "Oh," said Johnny, "may I do it, Grandpa, please?" Well, Johnny held the glass over a word, and the glass made the word look like that. "Look," said Johnny, "the glass makes my thumb look big, too." "May I hold the glass now, Grandpa?" asked Jessie. "Please?" Well, Jessie held the glass over her thumb, too, and the glass made her thumb look like that. Then she held the glass over Grandpa's newspaper, and she held it right over a picture of the newspaper, and this is what she saw. "What? That picture isn't really gray and black at all," said Jessie. "It's really a lot of little black dots." Well, Grandpa took back his glass. "No more dots." "Well, where did the dots go, Grandpa?" asked Jessie. Well, Grandpa laughed. "Well, the dots are right there," he told her. "But they're very, very small, and you have to magnify them to see them." "Magnify? What's that?" asked Johnny. "Well, that's what you just did," said Grandpa. "It's to make things look bigger. My reading glass is a magnifying glass." "Oh, I wish I had a magnifying glass," said Johnny. "I wish I had a magnifying glass, too," said Jessie. "Now you too," said Grandpa. "I want to read my newspaper. Go out and play." Well, Johnny and Jessie sat outside in the grass. "Do you think the grass is really green?" Jessie asked. "Or is it really little green dots?" Well, Johnny jumped up. "Maybe Grandpa will let us have his magnifying glass," he said. "Then we can find out." Well, they ran into the house to ask Grandpa, but Grandpa said, "You do not need a magnifying glass for that. I can tell you grass is really green. Now you too, go outside and play. I want to read my newspaper." Well, Jessie and Johnny sat outside in the grass again. This time they had some cookies. "Look at that fly," said Jessie. "What's it really doing? Is it really eating my cookie crumb? Oh, I wish we had Grandpa's magnifying glass. Maybe he'll let us have it just for one look." Well, they ran into the house. "Grandpa, a fly is sitting in the grass, and we want to see what it's doing. Please, may we please have your glass just for one look, please?" "So you want to spy on a fly," said Grandpa. "Well, here's my glass, but I want it right back." Well, Johnny held the glass over the fly, and Jessie looked too, and this is what they saw. "It's eating my crumb. Oh, I can see the eye on the fly." "Johnny, Jessie," Grandpa called, "I want my magnifying glass." "Oh, thanks, Grandpa," said Johnny. The fly was eating. "Good," said Grandpa, "and now I am reading my newspaper. Go away now. Go out and play." Well, Jessie called, "Johnny, come here. Look at this." Jessie was looking at a bee, and that bee was on a flower. "Do you think the bee's eating too?" "Oh, I wish we had the magnifying glass. Maybe Grandpa will let us have it just for one more look." Well, they ran back into the house. "Grandpa," said Jessie, "a bee is sitting on the flower, and we want to see what he's doing. May we please have your glass just for one look, please?" "I see I cannot read my newspaper. Here's the glass. Go look at your bee, and I will go for a walk. But I want my glass back at supper time." Well, the bee was still there in the flower. "Look, Jessie, look at that flower." And this is what they saw. Well, then they looked at the bee, and this is what the bee was doing. "My, there's a lot of yellow dust on the flowers. Oh, now the yellow dust is on the bee's feet. What will he do with it?" Well, they looked at the bee, and this is what they saw. "Oh, I can see the knee of a bee," said Johnny. "We can have the glass till supper time. Maybe we can find the fly again." Now, they looked for the fly. They didn't find the fly, but they did find something. Oh, here's an ant. Johnny called to Jessie. Well, they looked at the ant with the glass. The ant was going up a little hill, and there was a hole in the top of the hill, and the ant went down into the hole. Look, here it comes again. The hole is the door for his house. Soon they saw the ant go up the hill again. Look, Johnny, this ant has a big cookie crumb. What will you do with it? Well, up went the ant to the door of the house, and down went the crumb. Down went the ant again to get the crumb, and up it went to the door of the house again, and down went the crumb again. What are you two looking at, said Grandpa. Well, the ant wants to get the crumb into its house. Look, Grandpa. Well, so Grandpa sat down to look. What are you all looking at, said Mother. It's supper time. Oh, Mother, look at this. The ant is going up the hill again. So Mother got down to look, too. Well, they saw the ant take the crumb up the hill again, and this time it took the crumb right into the house. Hooray, the ant got it that time. Now it's going to have its own supper. Well, then Mother said, and we're going to have our supper, too, right now. Well, Grandpa, may we please have your glass again after supper? Please, Grandpa, we want to look at the ants again. No, you may not have my glass again. I need it. Well, Jessie looked very sad. So did Johnny. Just for one look, Grandpa? No. Well, they sat down to eat, and then Jessie saw a little box for her, and Johnny saw a little box for him. Go on, open them. Well, Johnny opened his box and took out a magnifying glass. Oh my! Jessie found the same in her box. Well, they ran to Grandpa to thank him. Mother, now we can show you the eye on a fly and the knee on a bee. And now, said Grandfather, I can read my newspaper. Well, we hope you enjoyed that. And do you know what? We've got time for one last game in Romper Room. Could you please stand up and turn into a Flopsy rag doll with all 10 fingers up in the air? Get ready to Flopsy all the way down as we say, Mr. Music, please. Let's Flopsy our fingers. Let's Flopsy our hands. Let's Flopsy our arms like rubber bands. Let's Flopsy our heads. Let our legs Flopsy too. Like Flopsy Flop rag dolls. We'll flop down with you. And now we'll count 1, 2, 3. And let's get ready to Flopsy one more time as we say, Mr. Music, please. Go on, move those fingers, and this time everyone help us with the words. Let's Flopsy our fingers. Let's Flopsy our hands. Let's Flopsy our arms like rubber bands. Let's Flopsy our heads. Let our legs Flopsy too. Like Flopsy Flop rag dolls, we'll flop down with you. And now would you please stay right where you are. Would you please get ready to help me with some special Romper Room magic? Romper, bumper, stomper, boo. Tell me, do magic mirrors tell me today. Did all my friends have fun at play? Well, I see Hillary and Robin and Tarson. There's Stacy and Julian. Of course I see you. And I'll be looking for you Monday morning right here in the Romper Room School at 10 o'clock. Have a good weekend.
The Romper Room, featuring Marianne Patterson, is a Bert Claster production directed by John Wolff. Technical Director, John Herbst. Lighting Director, Jerry Green. Stage Manager, Jeff Mitchell. Production Assistant, Fern Silvernagel. This program was pre-recorded. The New York Mets take on the Atlanta Braves tonight at 7:30. Now stay tuned for Straight Talk coming up next on WOR-TV, New York's Channel 9. Now, to express the opinion of the management, here is Herbert W. Stupp, Editorial Director of WOR-TV.
In 1975, the Moreland Commission held dramatic hearings on the scandalous treatment of elderly patients in nursing homes. In the wake of those hearings, the legislature rushed to do something to reduce further abuses in that industry. Much good was accomplished, but problems remain. One arises from the existence of two codes defining the rights of patients and standards to be kept in nursing homes. The minimum standards in the codes did not provide the care many patients required, but the maximum standards turned out to be unenforceable. Nursing home operators and patients alike were often confused by the dual code system. A coalition of advocacy groups is pressing for a single standard nursing home code. It would require stricter guidelines, which would mean stronger patient rights, extended nursing services, and holding operators accountable for complying with the new code. It would also limit the use of physical restraints on patients. Before implementing such a code, the two old codes would have to be repealed. Governor Carey has just sent a bill to do exactly that to the legislature. After they repeal the old law, the State Hospital Planning and Review Council can then enact the new code. Complicated process, to be sure. We urge the legislature to get things moving by repealing the two old codes. A single standard code will mean less confusion and better care for the elderly who live in nursing homes. And that's our opinion. I'm Herb Stubb.
This has been a WOR-TV editorial presented in the interest of our viewers. Comments on our editorial opinions are welcome, and we recognize our obligation to broadcast contrasting views of responsible spokesmen in order to achieve a balanced presentation of this issue.
Was this you last night, tossing and turning, pillow propping and punching your way into a comfortable position, trying to sit up and relax or sleep? Your flatbed was just not made to fit the natural curves of your body. This could be why you're uncomfortable. Now there's a bed that automatically adjusts to fit your body's contour. It's the famous Craftmatic adjustable bed. Just press this button and automatically raise your head and back, raise your legs, or both. Enjoy sound sleep, watch TV, read, or just relax. Craftmatic helps to reduce neck, back, and leg strain your flatbed can cause. Craftmatic helps promote improved circulation and can help to relieve tension and fatigue. Available with a gentle, soothing massage in all mattress sizes. Call now for this colorful free booklet describing Craftmatic adjustable bed. Call toll-free 1-800-453-9000. No obligation. 1-800-453-9000. Operators on duty right now. 1-800-453-9000.
Endangered? Threatened? Very rare. If they can't live in our world, how long can we do something? Speak for those who cannot speak for themselves. Write Box 19164, Washington, D.C.
Raymond Burr stars as Ironside. Television as you like it. Weeknights at 5, here on Channel 9.
Jack says it's time for a romper room and time for us to go to the zoo. Could you go to the zoo and could you look at an animal that loves to swing from tree to tree? Which animal is it?
Monkey.
A monkey. Could you turn into a monkey swinging? Come on. Swing from one tree to another. Now we're going to swing as monkeys with Mr. Music. And while he's playing the music, we'll swing. But as soon as he stops the music, then we have to freeze. Come on, up in the tree. Oh. Did would you stop right in midair? Let's think of another animal at the zoo.
Elephant.
Oh, an elephant with that big trunk moving as he walks. There'll be elephants with us. And as soon as Mr. Music stops the music, freeze your elephant. Good, big elephant steps. Let's see, can we turn into yet another animal? And look who's just come. Well, before we turn into another animal, let's bring Christian in. He's just a little bit late for school. We're playing our freeze game with Mr. Music. Now, what other animals shall we be at the zoo? A giraffe with that big head up in the trees? All right, be a giraffe at your house.
A big neck.
A big long neck, right. Stop your giraffe as soon as Mr. Music stops that music. Come on, walk, giraffes. And now, let's say hello to our friends who are with us this week. Can you turn around and face everyone at home? Christian is here. Can you say good morning to Christian at your house? And Christian, can you say a big hello to everybody at home?
Hello.
And next to Christian, we have Christina. A big hello, Christina.
Hello.
And Geraldine.
Hi.
And Michael.
Hello.
And Jason.
Hello.
And Tina.
Hello.
And we say a big hello to you at your house. We're glad to see you this week. We are going to be going to a very special zoo every day in Romper Room. We're going to be talking about wild animals. Do you like wild animals? Well, today we're going to show you how you can turn into a lion. Do you think you can do that?
Yep.
Well, we're going to show you how you can do that. But right now we need to say the pledge. And Michael has volunteered to hold our flag for us this morning. Michael, would you stand here with the flag? And would you please stand up at your house and put your right hand on your heart. Your left hand goes down at your side. All right, Tina. And now would you please lead us in the words to the pledge? Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. And now we're going to put something else around our hands. We're going to put our rubber bands from our exercise balls, and we hope you have one that you can use at your house. All right, here's a blue one for Jason, and I've got another blue one for Michael, and a big yellow one for Tina. All right, would you please step out in the center of your room? Make sure you're standing away from any other friends at your house or from your brother or sister. And then make sure you've got a good grip on that rubber band. And then just start punching. A good firm grip on that rubber band. Right, make a fist right around that rubber band. Right, what's your suggestion, Geraldine?
I did a fist.
Good. All right, you want us to punch up in the air? All right, come on, punch up in the air with us at your house. Christian, what's your idea? Right, put the rubber band around your wrist like this, and then use the heel of your hand, right, and punch down. else has a suggestion?
I know what.
Jason, can you show us which way you...
Put it up on your head.
Can you show us what you mean? Right up above our heads. All right, come on, get that exercise ball up above your head. Try to keep it right up there. Good, Christina. Start punching down, and then just bring your arm up. Keep punching, keep punching. Who else has a suggestion? All right, Michael. You want it just around our hands this time. And once again, we're pushing it down. Right. You might want to use your thumb to help keep that rubber band on your hand. Let's have one more suggestion this morning. Christina. All right, jump and punch at the same time. Come on, do that at your house. Even if you don't have an exercise ball, make that fist and punch the air with us. Come on, jump up and down and And now I'd like you to put your exercise balls down here. And would you please join me over on the carpet? Would you please sit down at your house? And I'd like you to think about that giraffe that you may have seen in a zoo. Is there one word that you would use to describe that giraffe?
Neck.
Tall? Would you use the word tall?
Neck.
Right, he's tall. Now, what is the opposite of...
neck.
What's the opposite of tall?
A tall neck.
Something may be very tall, but something may be...
Small.
All right, or short. Let's say tall and short. All right, what would be the opposite of happy?
Sad.
Good. What's the opposite of give?
Take.
Good. What's the opposite of up?
Down.
The opposite of sick?
Sick.
Well, good, Tina. What's the opposite of day?
Night.
Night. What's the opposite of high?
Bye.
No, high or
Low.
low. Very good. High and low. Let's say that. High and low. They're opposites. What about the opposite of stop?
Go.
Go. Oh, the opposite of far is
Close.
or near. The opposite of fat.
Skinny.
Skinny or thin. You may have said that at your house. The opposite of boy.
Girl.
The opposite of big.
Little.
Little or small. There are so many opposites. Can you think of some more?
Person.
What would be the opposite of a person?
Animal.
Well, do you know? Wait a minute. A person is an animal. We're just one kind of animal. Just like cats are another type of animal.
Cat. Dog.
Well, cats and dogs are just different animals, aren't they? Right.
An elephant.
An elephant is an animal.
A giraffe.
Oh, giraffe.
Seal.
So many animals in the zoo.
A lion
And do you
and
know
a
what?
tiger.
In just a minute, Doobie's going to be here. And Doobie wants to take us to the zoo with him this morning. Are you ready to go with Doobie to the zoo? Okay, get ready. We're going right after this.
Romper Room will be back after these messages.
How many of you wear safety belts when you're in a car?
I wore one today when I came here.
I was in the van, and it stopped suddenly, and I bumped my head on the front of the window.
Did you have the safety belt on?
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't have the belt on, what would have happened?
I was going right through the window.
Well, what do you know about bicycle riding? You know how to signal when you're on the street? Or?
Yeah. This is right, this is left, and this is top.
And when you ride at night, you should have a light and a reflector.
Right. How about around the house? You don't pick up any cans or any bottles and drink from them, do you? Without knowing what's in them?
If they had any alcohol or turpentine or pills, then I tell them to put them up in high shelves where little kids can't get them.
What do you do when you go swimming?
If you don't know how to swim and if you were going to go to learn, make sure somebody was with you so if you need help, they'll be there.
Kids care. A message from the National Safety Council and your local safety council.
Doobie should be here any minute to take us on that trip. In fact, I hear his music. Do you see Doobie?
Yes.
Good morning, Doobie. Hi there. Oh, do you know what? I've already told our friends that you had a big surprise this morning. You're going to take us to the zoo. Are you ready to go to the zoo with Doobie?
Yeah.
All right, come on, let's stay close together. And let's go with Doobie to the zoo. Oh, do you see some animals already?
Yeah.
Can you watch the animals with Doobie? Oh, and some more. Oh, maybe there are birds up there in the tree. And you see some more over there? Let's watch those animals. Oh, what do you see now, Doobie? Oh, Doobie's reading a sign here at the zoo. Wait, just a minute, Doobie. Oh, right, it's talking about feeding the animals. Oh, you want to feed these animals? Well, it says that these animals can be fed with special food that the zoo will give you, but the feeding time isn't until 2 o'clock this afternoon. Have you ever been to a zoo?
Yeah.
And have you ever fed the animals?
Yeah.
Well, we have to be very careful when we do that, don't we, Doobie? We can't just give them popcorn or things we would eat. Because animals do have special diets, and some come from other countries. Exactly. Have a grown-up with you. Ask someone at the zoo. But if you see a sign like this, the grown-up can read the sign, right? And it says the zoo would give you something. If you have to come back at 2 o'clock, though, Doobie. You want to come back here at 2 o'clock and feed the animals? Oh. But right now, Doobie, we can look at the animals and enjoy watching them, can't we? Oh, that is fun to do at the zoo. But, oh, we do need to remember that we can't just feed animals anytime we want at the zoo.
You have to ask the director.
Exactly. We can't feed them just what we want or whenever. But there are special feeding times for many animals at the zoo, and it is fun to do. I know, Doobie. Yes, Christian?
They might be wild.
Well, there are wild animals at the zoo. There are almost all wild animals. And that's why they do require special diets. Yes, Michael?
I bite you.
Oh, we can't get too close to them, do we? Exactly. That's why we look and watch them from afar. But, Doobie, I think we have to get back to Romper Room. All right, let's leave the zoo, and let's thank Doobie for taking us there this morning. And now we can all turn into animals here in Romper Room. Animals just like Doobie. Can you put on some wings and turn into a Doobie at your house? All right, then let's hear you buzzing. Come on, flap those wings and start flying. It's fun to turn into different animals, isn't it? Especially animals like you, Doobie. But speaking of animals, what does Doobie want us to remember this morning? All right, when we go to the zoo, what are we going to do?
You have to ask the director if you want to feed the animals, you have to ask the director.
All right, and read the signs. And can we just feed the animals anything we want?
No.
No, special food that might be provided. And are we going to try to get too close to the animals at the zoo?
No.
What are we going to do?
Stay
All right, stay back and watch the animals. It is fun. Well, speaking of the zoo, Doobie, we're going today to visit the brown bear at the zoo, and we're going to look all around the San Diego Zoo. Oh, and we hope that you enjoyed this special Zoo Week, and we'll remember your special message. Say thanks for coming today, and we hope you have a very good week. We'll see you here Friday morning. Bye, Doobie. Thanks for stopping by. Do you have some blocks or something that you can use for jumping? Well, there are animals at the zoo that like to jump. Can you think of one?
Kangaroo.
Oh, could you turn into a kangaroo? Yeah. All right, let's see if you can turn into a kangaroo and jump over these blocks. Yes, Christina.
Been a leader.
Well, all right, Christina, come on right up. You can be our first kangaroo. Now, get your kangaroo legs up and get ready. Come on. How many legs does a kangaroo have?
4.
4, right. So get these 2 kangaroo legs up here. And you're going to jump on your hind legs. All right, jump, kangaroo. Jump and jump. Come on, turn into a kangaroo at your house and jump. Get those arms up, come on. Pretend that you are a kangaroo with a pouch. What does a mother kangaroo carry in her pouch?
A baby.
Do you know what a baby kangaroo is called?
Yes, a joey.
A joey. Good. Well, could you pretend you've got a pouch with a little joey? And can you hop with your joey this time? But pretend you've got a pouch with a little joey. Would you like to turn into rabbits at the zoo this time? All right, hopping on 4 legs this time, Christina. Get your other hands, get your hands down. Right down on the floor, Christina. Touch the floor with your hands. And this time you're a rabbit using all 4 legs for jumping. All right? Now,
whoa, that's a hard one.
All right, please wait until the person in front of you finishes, especially this time because the legs do kick up in the back. Good, Christina. And now it's Geraldine the rabbit. And now it's Tina the rabbit. And it's Christian. All right, now get down, Jason. All right. Remember, a rabbit uses his 4 legs for jumping. All right, Michael. All right, another turn to be a rabbit for everyone. All right, now, Geraldine, please wait for Christina to finish ahead of you. All right, please remember to take turns at your house because, as you can see, rabbits kick up those back legs. We don't want you to accidentally kick someone behind you. Well, look at that rabbit. And next comes Christian the rabbit. All right, oops, Geraldine, please don't get too close behind the person who's jumping. All right, Jason. And finally, Michael. All right. Okay, Michael, could you please bring that over in line. All right, oh, let's put it right back over here. And now, I wonder if you can think of yet another animal at the zoo that likes to jump. Christina, an animal that likes to jump. Can you think of another one? Michael. do like to jump as well, though, don't they? Especially chimps. Exactly. Would you like to be a chimp and jump over the blocks? Take another turn at your house. Be a chimp, swinging on. And Kristen. And finally, Jason. Now, let's see if we can think of one more animal that likes to jump that we see at the zoo. Think of it?
Squirrels jump.
Do you know what? There are some squirrels that like to jump from tree to tree. Could you be a tiny little squirrel? All right, and you might pretend that each of the blocks is really a tree. And almost fly from tree to tree. Is that little squirrel with the big bushy tail?
I think the squirrel fly the tree.
All right, Christina? Be a little squirrel at your house. Excuse me, Geraldine. I just don't want her to kick her feet up in the back and hit you. All right, come on, Michael, be that little squirrel. Come on, be a little squirrel and try to fly over that tree. Really pick your feet up. All right, now over the pink one. And over the green one. And now Tina, come on, be that little squirrel. And Kristen, be that tiny little squirrel with that big bushy tail. And finally, Jason. Thank you. And now, would you please pick up the blocks? We're going to put away our blocks. And we're getting ready to go to the San Diego Zoo with all of you.
Romper Room will be back after these messages.
My victim smiles, but not for long. I pack plaque in every crack so that every tooth will be covered with bacteria.
Go ahead, Plaque Demon, because everybody knows how to clean plaque from between his teeth.
Floss! I'm lost!
Brush and floss every day if you want to keep smiling.
Everybody knows that.
This message has been brought to you in a spirit of friendship by this station and your local dental society.
Got a bike. Don't worry. I'm a real expert. I'll show you everything. First, you have to ride on the right, the same way the traffic goes. Okay, stop. Obey all the traffic signs. Careful, no cars are coming. Let's go. You know, you're pretty good. For a beginner.
Ready to go to the San Diego Zoo. Some of our Romper Room friends are there, and let's join them for a tour and a visit of the zoo. Let's open our eyes and open our ears, and here we go.
What is a zoo, friends at home? This is Miss Sally right here at one of the most famous zoos in the whole world, the San Diego Zoo. What is a zoo for? Sure, it's for you to enjoy, for you to watch the animals, for you to see how the animals live, for you to see all the different kinds of things they do and watch the keepers feed the animals. But a zoo also needs to be a kind of place where the animals can be happy, where the animals can live the way they normally would in the wilds, where the animals can get good doctor care and good food. Here's a place where all kinds of animals are friendly and where they can live together. And here is an animal called a diker. Have you ever heard of a diker? That's a very unusual animal in a zoo. It's a kind of an antelope, and it's a very friendly kind of an antelope that doesn't hurt other animals. And if we take a look around, we'll see some of the other animals that the diker lives with. There's another diker who's standing up drinking by the edge of a pond, and look who his company is right in that pond. Do you see the beautiful swans, everybody at home? The swans are happy, the diker's happy, nobody is having a problem with it, no animals are having a problem with any other animal. There are also jungle fowl in here, and if you look very carefully, you're going to see a strange and unusual and very beautiful bird called a crown crane, who likes to rest on one foot just like a flamingo. My goodness, it looks like that crown crane had his hair set in a beauty shop, doesn't it, friends at home? The crown crane lays pretty big eggs in the marshes. Crown cranes don't like to live in the ponds. They like to live around the ponds in the wet places, and that is where they lay their eggs, and that's where they make their nests. There's another animal here who is an excellent swimmer, and I think you'll be surprised to find out what it is. There's the Sitatunga. It's kind of hiding from his friends at home. It's a very shy little animal that loves to swim and loves the water and really goes in the water to get its food. And it too lives here in Cascade Canyon with all the other animals that you've just seen. A zoo can be a really happy place for children and grown-ups to watch animals, and it can be a happy place for the animals too.
We'll be going back to the San Diego Zoo in just a few minutes to visit with one very special animal that lives there. But right now, we're going to look at the word zoo, and we'd like you to help us pull it down right here into Romper Room. Now, could you please stand up at your house? Don't just stand up. Get way up on your toes and then reach up there. Now, we need to stand very close together over here. Christian and Michael, can you back up here with us? Michael, right back here. Now, can you reach up there? Come on. Find at the zoo. Let's take a good look at that word again. Could you print that word? Could you?